see.
Promise me right now.
No. I can't promise such things.
So it is.
Yes.
As long as your number one is Death Stranding.
Obviously.
Of course.
That in Fortnite. Dab.
Oh.
Fell asleep.
Oh, Michael message.
Oh, his loss.
Yeah. Just type them all good. Even though he made the list and everything and he actually wanted to participate, but whatever. Michael, you chode. Oh, that's right, we're live.
Wow. Said that live.
Worth it.
That's against TOS.
I wouldn't have noticed anything different.
I am un-TOS-able. Unless it's copyright music. Then they'll just mute it. Discord, I'm live. I'm gonna let you know. Oh, Discord.
Do your intro.
Welcome to the stream! Uchi Uchi Coochie! Welcome to the stream!
Special stream.
Game of the year. What is it? Game of the year. Top 5. Game of the year. Second. Oh yeah. It's okay. My intro is that I have the Slay the Spire main menu in the background.
Oh, okay, that's something.
See?
Stop typing.
He's not as bad as Sai is about it. Sai types really fast and her. He's like, oh my good lord.
Why are you full caps?
Because I wanted to.
He's very excited. He's very excited.
Doesn't sound very exciting.
I am tired.
In the podcast, like, yeah. When there's like, whoa!
Today at not work, Nick.
Yep. Sleep schedules.
Whatever.
Missing the pasta that I had already finished.
Was it good?
Fuck yeah.
Was it better than Jess's?
No.
Yeah, good. Oh, he made the pasta. And he said it was good, but not as good as yours. Jess even did a top 10 list too, so she'll be chiming in.
Woo!
Oh, she told us.
I know, but she ranked it right before we started the stream.
Path of Exile, #1.
Yep.
What?
Oh, he's like, Path of Exile, #1.
Yes.
What's up, Game God? Welcome
Hey,
to
Game God.
the discussion.
When God's a bitch.
And while we're waiting, I'll bust out a silent run. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Just waiting for people to come in here, actually. Gives people some distraction. Max HP +7. So what games are you guys looking forward to for this year, for 2020?
A lot of the games I'm looking forward to don't have release dates.
Oh yeah, like what?
Watch Dogs. Wait, let me actually get the list for this year.
Oh my god, this camera's so dark!
There's only like 50 of like the hundreds of games that are coming out. I want to say at least 100. Let's see, Watchdog Legion. Oh, there's a Surgeon Simulator 2 coming out.
Well, there we go.
What?
Yeah, there's Surgeon Simulator 2 coming out.
Oh boy.
Psychonauts 2. Little Nightmares 2. Kerbal Space Program 2. That one I want.
Well, there we go.
Really want
That'll be
that.
next 3 months of gaming.
So, Kerbal Space Program 2. Yeah, I'm gonna get people to play that because I want to play that. I know one of Jess's that his she wants.
Huh.
Doom Eternal.
Oh yeah. She's always like, Doom!
But they don't have a release date. They don't even have a quarter release date.
Well, they bumped it back from Christmas this year, so
Yeah.
some point.
It's on at least the wiki where I looked at the list. It's unknown. At least like Kerbal Space Program has Q1 or 2.
Well, the people making Subnautica expansion needs to finish it and put it on consoles so I can play it.
Yeah. I think they're close to having a release, but I don't know for sure.
I don't know. Last time I saw it was like 8 months ago, and that was like pre-alpha.
Yeah. Watchdog Legion is Q3 or 4.
So far, this podcast will be just for Game God. Feel special, Game God. You get to hear all of our lovely opinions. Oh no, it's just wrong. Dang.
Rip.
Forget for mashing A. Freaking A.
You're warm?
Huh?
Are you warm?
No.
What are you doing?
I'm switching to blanket mode.
Do you just want an actual blanket?
Nee.
Nah.
I'm thinking.
Last of Us 2 though.
Oh, good. that'll be
Coming out in May.
a popular choice.
That one's coming out in May.
I think the first legit new game of the year that I'm going to be playing is Neo 2, which is out in February, I think.
Neo 2?
Game Guy, can you hear everybody fine? By the way, we needed like a sound check. Sometimes having a Discord call going while streaming something, it can be wonky with where the sound wants to file.
Yeah.
Ooh, Caltrops and Catalyst. Dang it, can't afford Catalyst, but I can gain the free 4 block.
I hate this delay.
Sorry.
March the 13th.
March? Okay.
Yep,
So maybe
March 13th.
I'll probably be playing something else then. I gotta be. By that point, I can't skip 2 months of free stuff. Not free stuff, new stuff.
There's not a lot.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z.
I know Animal Crossing is also in March.
Dark Crystal.
No.
This game.
Oh yeah, that'll be weird.
It's Animal Crossing is after it.
You know,
It's on the 20th.
should actually probably look at a list and see what actually is coming out. Although you did list it for me.
Hey, here's the new list.
You can get the Final Fantasy remake.
The Crystal Chronicles?
No, 7.
Oh yeah, when is that?
March 3rd.
Okay. There's so much out in March. It's not fair.
The Final Fantasy remake is on the 3rd of March.
And we're still waiting for
Just said that.
Yeah. Nick's not listening to you
Here's the
though.
one. I thought you. Never mind. I'm a derp.
Derp.
Yeah.
Wait until you get to April. Resident Evil 3, Cyberpunk, Naruto, Trials of Mana.
Some point in the year, No More Heroes 3, which is going to be dope.
Yeah. So much. There's like over half the list that is coming out this year is unscheduled.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the E3 this year will actually be good, probably. So
I'm hoping.
Bringing out Trials of Mana? That's awesome.
That'd be cool.
You don't even know what that is. Shut up.
You don't know?
Also, Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, is that VR one?
I don't know. Oh,
It's a VR game, I'm pretty sure.
Let me double check. I don't think so, but
It is.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I don't care.
Yeah, it's the first one that they're actually releasing for Half-Life in a long time.
Yeah. God forbid they just make like a final third game.
The
Wrap
thing
up
is,
story beats.
the story has kind of been leaked out what it would have been, but
Ooh.
like everything's been like modified to not infringe on copyrights.
Mm-hmm.
So the story has been leaked.
Hmm. Defeated the fairy gym leader. Good job, Game God.
Very nice.
What's your favorite gym so far, Game God? Who's your
Opal is awesome.
Opal is dope.
Opal will kick your ass.
And her town is cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we've given it long enough. Might as well start.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a top 5 of the year. So who wants to go first? Who's number 5 is whose?
Okay. Well, I didn't have that much of a choice. For choices, at least this year.
You played more than you thought, though.
I played 9 games this year.
See, that's not bad. It's better than what you thought was like 4.
I thought I had 3.
See?
Honestly.
So, not too bad.
Yeah.
Alright,
And
so.
my number 5 is going to be Death Stranding.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go ahead, tell us why.
Because he likes to walk.
I actually like
fair.
the similar
Favorite
games.
pastime.
Yeah, oops.
The cooperating with others through like helping with buildings and stuff like that really actually helps out a lot.
How many
It
hours
kinda
have you
makes
put
me
in so
wish-
far?
I put in about 10, 11 hours.
Mm.
I still have to put in more, but I kind of want to be like the first person, like go back in time and go to be the first person in there just to see what it was like to go through it as the first person.
Probably very empty.
Yeah, but then be like the first person to put something down and then see everyone like either like or just like try to move it.
Mm-hmm.
Be really fun.
Do you like the story?
The story is really interesting. I have not seen everything, but I definitely enjoy it so far.
Good.
The cutscenes are pretty good. The actual graphics are, it's Kojima. Let's be honest.
Do you mind all the, I don't want to call it filler, but all the, drinking energy drinks and having to pee and just, do you like all that kind of stuff?
It does take a little long for that type of thing, and the drinking energy drinks, which become apparently beer later on,
Yes.
as far as I've seen, it does get a little annoying, but it doesn't fully detract from the actual game itself.
Say, I figured you'd be into it just because you do enjoy sim stuff, and that seems very simmy.
Oh yeah, it is definitely simmy, and you kind of have to be in that type of mindset to actually enjoy it, because you are basically just going back and forth in fetch quests that in normal games, and normal people just do not like doing those fetch quests. But
Yeah.
when a game tries to focus on it, like American Truck Simulator does, it can be very fun and relaxing. It's something that you can just listen to something else and focus on the game as well.
How do you feel about the... Have you run into the BTs yet?
I've ran into the BTs. I have not fought the BTs yet, except for trying to get away from them.
And how is that?
Actually, no. I have killed one.
Hmm.
But they were just one of the floating ones. But it was very, when you first encounter them,
Mhm.
it is very scary, and they keep that terror factor, later on.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they kind of become inconvenient
I was saying, I feel like
in your
with
way.
a lot of things I've seen about Death Stranding, like just watching like other people play, is after a while they're seen as like a detriment because they're just trying to like focus on building the next thing and getting to the next territory, and then randomly on your way to like building a thing, it's just like, oh no, the BT's God.
Yeah, but the thing is, they would be they follow the time fall, so if you see Timefall, that means there probably is some BTs around.
No, there's like later in the game you get a device that lets you. It's basically like a weather telling system, like a map with showing like where the rainfall is moving and stuff, so you can.
It's all good.
Not a story spoiler though. I feel like that game, story spoilers are a big no-no, but like gameplay.
Oh yeah.
Stuff.
Gameplay wise, it's not so much.
So it seems like that helps, so you can kind of map your plans around without getting just sidelined by rain all of a sudden.
Yeah. And even then, later on, it becomes the fact that you can kill them.
Yeah, with your own bodily fluids.
Body fluids and with apparently a knife, because I've seen someone literally just like sneaking around going Metal Gear Solid on them.
Yeah. Well, I know Jess likes it too. She's been enjoying watching Death Stranding. Should be interested in playing it. Anything else you want to say about Death Stranding?
Give it a chance. That's all I'll say. It
Good.
may not be like a lot of people like, hey, it says the greatest game ever, but it's pretty good.
Cool. All right, Jack, what's your number 5?
Apex Legends.
Ooh.
Just kidding.
Hmm.
I don't think I even played 5 games, so I'm just gonna go with what I want to play, which is Sekiro.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What's got
I'm
you
not good
interested for
games,
Sekiro?
But I just really like the setting, mostly.
Oh, the feudal Japan.
Yeah, feudal
It is
Japan's
a very
my
good setting.
Yeah.
jam right there. If
There's-
only I was good at Dark Souls.
That's
But-
fair.
I want to give it a whirl.
Yeah, I think it's worth a shot. Like
Definitely.
there's definitely similarities with the other Souls like Skeleton, but it's definitely feels like a different experience. So, I think if you got into it, I think you'd be decent at it for sure.
Oh yeah.
It's all just about timing your blocks, basically. It's a very interesting combat flow, but it's pretty cool, especially all the different attachments and stuff you get that you can use with the normal
You compare
combat.
it to Neo.
I think it's fair to compare it to Neo. I think Neo is more of a Souls-like than Sekiro is. So
Yeah. From what I've seen for Sekiro, I would call Sekiro more of kind of like taking the Souls system but turning it on its head a little bit.
yeah, no, it's definitely cool. There's some really pretty areas in that game.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Very good.
Well, that's a fun pick. Good choice, Jack.
Do you want
Very good.
Huh?
to? Do you want a blanket?
Do I want to blanket? No, I'm good. Thank
Okay.
you.
Just want to make sure because you're wearing shorts.
She doesn't believe you, dude.
I'm just sitting over here just dying. No, David, you should. No, I'm fine. I swear.
And then frozen to death.
I'm being warned by taquitos in this discussion.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, my turn. I even have handy dandy visuals. Goodbye! My number 5 is... blocks my camera. That's unfortunate. Oh well. My number 5 is Streets of Rogue.
Really?
Yes. It was a game I thoroughly enjoyed. I love how flexible the game is. I love that depending on what class you unlock or what class you choose, it really does change what kind of experience you're going through. I love how chaotic it can be, especially in co-op. Depending on whatever like
Jeez.
class situation you got going on, I could just completely
Zombie.
I love zombie. That's like my big reason I love Streets of Rogue a lot. Is
Zombie run.
a zombie run, especially like co-op, is just so much fun. Like it's one of my favorite things I've done gaming wise this year. Is just spreading the infection and trying to get all these guys with guns infected. And you're just running around trying not to get shot. And you're like, oh my god, am I gonna do it? Especially like the city level on like the 3rd map or whatever. And like it's just wide open. There's all these machine guns with the mafia, and you're kind of like just planning who you need to infect and where you need to hide and how to time it.
Yep.
So I really enjoy it. It's fun.
I think that and the vampire one was pretty fun to do as
Yeah.
well.
Vampire's great too. I really enjoy a game that can be so free and open with its class structure and its gameplay structure, but then at the same time, uh, having most of the classes actually feel rewarding and definitely make you want to experiment with what you do in the game, which is really cool. Because I can see a game like this claiming it's open, having a few classes, and then kind of getting bored of it after a couple hours. But I think I put like 60 hours into it. So
I honestly could have felt that it could have gone that way. Like I felt that it's like it's gonna start getting slow. It's gonna start getting boring, but then it didn't.
Yeah. And then they just have so many different modifiers and stuff that you can shape your run with and stuff, so it's pretty cool.
Oh my god, there were so many fun modifiers.
Yeah. Like, it's a game I definitely think I want to go back to here in a couple days and just do a zombie run or two, just for the fun of it. Plus, it's funny. Like, the whole speech thing at the end, how it changes depending on what your class is, and it's pretty great.
Yeah. And how we basically started hoarding the giant fire at the end.
Exactly.
We got that strategy. It was like, oh, this is the perfect strategy how to win instantly, pretty much.
Yeah. So, I really do like Streets of Rogue. It makes me happy that, because sometimes I'll see an indie game that I be like, oh, you know what? I think I like that game. I think that looks like a pretty cool game. But I'm really happy when I actually like see a game and I have like a hint that I might really enjoy it, and that it actually pays off as well as I thought it would. So. I like it a lot. So good. Yeah. All right, Nick, your number 4.
My number 4 is something I didn't expect to actually have released this year. Space Engineers.
And what
it actually released this year.
And tell us what that game is about.
Space Engineers is a space sandbox where you have to build and survive out in a whole new galaxy in the middle of space. Sometimes you can spawn on a planet and have to survive either freezing winds or cold nights, or the environment trying to kill you, because there are enemies and there are AI ships that can come after you.
And what kind of gameplay is it? Like, what do you do?
It is a first-person builder, pretty much, but also
it's
first-person
Minecraft in space.
It pretty much is Minecraft in space, both guns and turrets and stuff like that.
Dope. So is it a better solo
no
or
dope, David?
No dope? No
it
spice
is
running?
Not better solo.
Oh wow!
At least for me, it is. You can play it solo.
Mm-hmm.
You can play it perfectly fine solo, but it's very much so a social game where you play with others.
Is it a game with an objective, or is it kind of just go and do stuff until you're bored?
It is Minecraft related. You have to kind of make your own objective. There aren't any big bosses. Only recently did they add in the AIs that actually came in and attack you, and there are now like little stations that they have built that you can go and try to clear out and get some stuff out of. But mainly, you kind of want if you really want to go for like a combat-oriented one, you kind of want to join a combat-oriented server where you can actually go up against other people.
Okay. And what prevents Space Engineers?
Yeah.
Space Engineers from being higher on your list?
Mainly because of the fact that I have not had good enough people to actually join me into it, and I am not creative enough to make my own ships that actually look anywhere good.
It just looks like a ball of yarn.
It looks like a giant box floating through space. It looks like a Borg cube most times. A very deformed Borg cube. And I am sad about that.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, Borg are cool.
The Borg are cool, but when you're trying to make something that kind of looks cool and ends up looking like a giant rectangle Borg cube, it's like, fuck.
You could turn it into a blue police box, just saying.
Oh, I would totally try that if only I could have the thrusters hidden. Because the thrusters do damage to blocks, so you have to kind of keep them in the open.
Oh, nice.
So it's like, I would totally do that, but it's kind of hard.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Cool.
But it is very fun.
What is your favorite aspect of it before we move on?
I would say the fact that you don't only just have to build your own stuff. You can bring in other people's creations and actually build that creation yourself, and build stations for other people to use, and basically like try to make this giant economy in space.
Cool. Good.
So very fun.
Good. A pick I didn't know you had, so that's good.
I didn't know it was released this year, so
Right, that's why I've been looking up anything that's popped in my head, like, oh, right, oh, yeah.
so I literally looked up at 2019. It was like released this year. What?
It's felt like a longer year. Like, there's, like,
Oh yeah.
it doesn't even feel like I played Kingdom Hearts 3 this year, but that came out at the end of January, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's completely crazy.
Alright, Jack, what's your number 4?
I'm gonna copy myself and pick another game I haven't played.
Cool.
It's Resident Evil 2.
Ooh, good pick.
Ooh, definitely good pick.
I actually watched a complete playthrough of it, but they just did an amazing job remaking that game.
Yeah,
I have seen that.
I've heard nothing but praise for it, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're nostalgia for Resident Evil. Old
Right.
School.
Oh, yeah. Like,
It's
Definitely.
fantastic.
I mean, I can imagine people that, like, played the old one, like, release, and then playing this. I'm sure it's just a really cool experience.
Oh,
Yeah. I know Jess really wants to play it. I was interested in maybe playing it, too. The Resident Evil 2 remake.
I mean, there's some puzzle solving, there's combat, there's like just
I'm the one
creepiness.
who's about to play the.
Yeah. And plus, you know, it's a lot of people's game of the year. A lot of places game of the year. So it's cool to see that it's like literally it's a quality thing. It's not like a nostalgia thing. You know?
Oh yeah.
It's like there's certainly some games that come out that are like, oh, this game is good, but it really hits good with the nostalgia. But it seems from like everything I've heard that it's like, no, this is just a really well done game.
It's just a really fun game.
Yeah. So
That's why Resident Evil's made so many,
yeah.
you know, sequels, just because they found a nice combination of just a great horror game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Plus, I'm sure with the success of Resident Evil 2, this Resident Evil 3 remake coming out so soon is going to be a big hit for Capcom too. So.
Oh yeah.
Was
Or they keep with the same quality.
Yeah. Was Capcom 3? I'm not Capcom 3.
I'm 3.
Was Resident Evil 3 back in the day? Do people like 2 or 3 more? Which one's 3?
What was 3?
Is that
I never
Raccoon
played it.
City?
Is that-
That's 2.
Raccoon City is 2? Okay. So I don't know what the third one is, because I've played the 4th one. I like the 4th one. Played the 5th one. Thought it was decent.
I thought 1 and
Nemesis.
2 were like the big
The top.
Resident Evil 3 is
That's one.
Nemesis.
Nemesis. Okay.
Oh, right, in the city. Yeah. Okay. That'll be cool to see Nemesis, like, done up in the engine and stuff. That'll be cool. I feel like he'll be more intimidating than Mr. Hatman.
I mean, hey, that Hatman just coming in after you is pretty
It's
scary.
chasing you
Yeah.
Yeah.
everywhere you go.
Well, it's just funny because on Twitter he's like such a meme now. I'm like, oh no.
Oh, he's always been a meme. Literally, he's been a meme since he appeared. I'm pretty sure. He just resurfaced.
Yeah.
The
No.
meme has been revived.
Good. No, I'm glad like they're able to actually take these older games that a lot of people probably haven't played and tried and getting a new audience with it by actually putting in the quality and putting in the effort and the passion. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Pretty dope.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely want to get around to.
Yep. Probably would have been on your top 5. Or at least top 10.
The odds would have been good. Alright. My turn. Yay.
Yep.
Let's see what my number 4 is. That's right. For my number 4 slot, I had to decide between Slay the Spire and this one. Gonna move it. Nope. Alright, it's not gonna be. That's fine. Whatever.
Good morning, cutie. Welcome in.
Hello, Kitty. You're just in time. Well, you're mostly in time. Alright, so my number 4 is Outer Worlds. I had to choose between Slay the Spire and Outer Worlds. It is a game I find to be very good. There are a few things keeping it from being like a great Obsidian game. Yeah. But what really struck home for me for Outer Worlds is I've been wanting to play an RPG for a while where I can just basically play through my entire run, and dialogue is just really useful, really OP, and it's always fun because there's so many RPGs that are so action based, and then their dialogue options don't really matter.
Yeah.
But in this one, since it is politics based and it's faction based, there's a lot of going back and forth and talking to people, trying to get things what they want. So the fact that they had such a dedicated tree to put points into persuasion and to allow you to have a build like that is always super rewarding to me. It's why I like New Vegas so much, is that I can go in there and I can basically talk my way through the end of the game. Especially if I go up against the giant Caesar guy in New Vegas and have 100 speech check, and he's like, here, take my helmet or sword or whatever. I'm like, okay, bye. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What do you see as your weakest point in it?
Probably enemy variety is pretty low. I don't know. I feel like when you're playing an RPG, you don't want to think, wow, there's only 4 types of enemies.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a setting like space where you're like, whoa, this is like a system of planets. Go anywhere. I'm sure that the wildlife and the populations are so different. And it's just dogs, raiders, space apes, and robots. So it's okay. Then I kind of wished there were more planets to go to. Because they do that Mass Effect thing where there's a few cool sounding planets out there in the system that you can hover over, but you can't actually go to it or do anything. So it's kind of like portraying a bigger size than it is. Because it is supposed to be like a budget-sized RPG, so I totally get that. So that's why it wasn't like my number 1 negative point.
Yeah.
But I like the side characters. Like Pavarti is really, really a really nice character. And I like that her whole side quest is that you gotta help her open up to this other lady that she wants to go on a date with. So you're going to all these different planets to get like perfume and a meal and all this stuff for her date. And I find it's interesting because I've never had a side companion that's one, a lesbian, but she's also asexual. And her whole dialogue is about how it's hard for her to find partners because they feel like they're doing something wrong. She doesn't really want physical contact. So that plays into that. So it's cool. She's a heartwarming character, and her quest is good, and she's likable. And plus, we also have Sam, the acid cleaning robot, and that's just great.
Sam. Oh my god, I remember him.
If you need to clean, you could do it with Sam. Yeah.
Sam was awesome.
Yeah. So no, it's a very fun game. It scratched that itch I've been looking for a couple of years, which is just your dialogue matters. If you have a good enough speech check, you can pursue the dialogue down a certain path, and it totally affects how the game plays. So it's really cool. It's a very specific experience that I wanted, and I'm really happy I went through it. Despite a few flaws, I think it's a really enjoyable game. And I think I put it on there over Slay the Spire, because Slay the Spire I've put I think 60 hours into or something. It's one of those ones that are really easy to go back to and really fun. But I think Outer Wilds being able to scratch such a specific gaming itch for me was more rewarding overall. So, plus the hub world is really cool. The Leviathan, I think.
Yeah.
Like the big hub ship. So,
yeah.
it's a very cool game. I'm always going to be really happy to see RPGs that still feel like they have classic systems and aren't only focused on just combat. So,
Yeah.
I think it really helps that you can, like, immerse yourself in the world and feel like you're the character that you're making. If, you can specify it and tweak it and have all these little points, and
Oh yeah.
it's pretty fun. And yes, hello, Cutie. Hello. Welcome.
You only missed 5 numbers, technically.
Who?
Cutie. She missed 5 numbered lists.
Cutie's number 4.
Yeah, Cutie, what's your
What's your 5th and 4th?
what's your top 5 of the year? Or if you don't have that, you can just tell us your favorite game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then after our top 5s, we're going to mention our top 10 games of the decade. So,
Oh yeah.
all right, Nick, your number 3.
My number 3. Let me think. What was my number 3? You'd be surprised. Slay the Spire.
There we go.
I was surprised because I was actually going to say that we'd probably both have Slay the Spire on the list, but you switched it out.
It's a good segue, at least.
Oh yeah. We both know how amazing Slay the Spire is. It's just the build variety and everything.
Yeah. Pokemon came out this year, Cutie.
That is very true.
You did play Pokemon. So, Nick, tell us, how many hours have you put into Slay the Spire, and why do you like it so much?
Oh, let me see. Let me check Steam.
As
Slay
I'm
the
playing
Spire.
Slay the Spire for this podcast.
I have 34 hours right now.
Nice. I was saying, I wasn't sure how much you put into it because you have never talked about it much. So I'm curious to see what you think of this game. Give us your overdue Slay the Spire thoughts.
My thoughts on it is a very hard game to master into it, but it's very fun just to play around with it, see what could work, what doesn't work. I have not beaten it yet.
No runs? No
runs have beaten it.
You got close though, right?
I've gotten close a couple times.
Yeah.
But hey, it's still there. I'll probably go back to it and I'll probably do a couple streams in it again.
Cool.
I have not. I've played mostly Defect, so.
Defect is my favorite class so far.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Cutie says she made that happen for you to play Slay the Spire.
Oh yeah, she did.
Did she buy it?
Why I'm able to. Yeah, she helped me get it.
Nice. Good for you, Cutie. You're so nice. The Mother
awesome.
Teresa of gift subs strikes again.
Oh yeah.
So
it was very fun to just even just having being able to choose your path down the actual map to find out where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And deck building is just a fun game type to actually go with.
Mm-hmm. And what do you like about it compared to other
deck building games?
Other deck builders or other roguelikes? Because it is technically a roguelike too. So
honestly, the speed that I can get back into it, and if I want to go through a new run, I can just go done, back into it. Even though it still feels horrible when I end a run and I have just the right things I would need, and I want to keep everything. It's no.
It definitely, I think it's the easiest pick up and play game of the year for sure.
It definitely is.
The amount of times I think most of my time I've put into it is just when I'm sitting watching something on TV and just got it in my hands, just trying to get my silent run done. Because I've beaten it with Defect, but I've been so close to the silent several times.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited to.
Noobs.
What's that? You call me a noob?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I don't mind being called a noob. I am a noob.
I'm excited for the 4th character.
Oh yeah.
When it gets added
That's gonna be
eventually
interesting
here.
to play.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Apparently it has stances.
Really?
Ooh.
You switch stances.
That's interesting. That's cool.
It's gonna be very interesting.
Cutie says she has 109 hours on Slay the Spire.
She got YouTube beat.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I am sad because I just realized that before we
It
can
is sad inside.
always infinitely. Are there any honorable mentions you guys want to throw out there? Like, everyone pick one honorable mention. I feel like that it didn't make the list, or you feel like needs special attention. Are there anything like that you guys want to plug? Whether you've seen it only, or if you've played it.
I'm trying to think now because I didn't think about
Yeah, I
that.
did, but I didn't write it down.
Crap.
Crap.
Sorry. I asked a good question, dang it.
Yeah, you did. You asked a very good question. Let me think. I actually
Mm.
now have to look through the list again and see if I had any ones I wanted to actually
Pokemon.
plug.
Good choice.
I want to say, like I haven't seen God of Year 3, but I want to play it.
Oh yeah, like I said, I'm surprised you never actually got to it.
I want to. I want to see more of the story. I want to see how it goes through.
Yeah, like I said, it's right up your alley. I mean, it's
It really is. It's right up all our alleys. It's just, well, except for Jack, since he's not a Monster Hunter. We can get you into Monster Hunter. We'll get you into it eventually.
No, I chose the wrong thing. Dang! Cutie says she finished a run on all characters, but not Act 4 yet. See, Cutie's legit.
I hear ya.
Gets pretty tough, right?
Well, yeah, you have to fight the 2 guards
Mm-hmm.
that do mad damage, and then the heart's just insane.
It's just kind of like a boss
Like, I
rush.
can beat it. I can beat the 3rd boss pretty easily, but anything beyond that, it's pretty intense.
That makes sense. Cutie's like, who does not like Monster Hunter?
Actually, I'll honorable mention Link's Awakening,
Oh, there you go.
another remake.
Mm-hmm.
I know you played it.
I did. Yes, and it did not make my top 5, but it's my favorite
If
thing
you're
about.
looking for Legend of Zelda, they did a great job,
Yeah, that's like pure Zelda.
and the graphics just look so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Now that I think my favorite thing about that game, other than the music, is I love how it still feels like a Game Boy game. Like they made choices so like it's still pretty and it plays well and the music is great, but it still has like that Game Boy spirit to it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I really
Right.
appreciate that. Yeah, good choice. It's a fun game. It was my first time playing through it too, so it was pretty cool.
Very nice.
Yeah, I beat it on the Game Boy back in the day.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's cool. I like. Now that I'm getting older, I'm appreciating the Zelda games a little more. So, it's pretty cool.
Very cool.
Thinking of anything good, Nick?
I'm just gonna say God Eater 3.
Oh, right. Yes, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because you like the other ones so much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't beat him, but I still love him.
I mean,
Especially having a scythe that can swing around and destroy people with.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
What about you?
Well, here, I should have pulled my list here. Because there's a few that I feel like would be good shout-outs.
He says Children of Morta.
Ah, Cheddar Morta is... yeah, now you made it tougher, dang it! Because
I was gonna say Children more, yeah.
Because this year was a good year for games. It wasn't as good as last two. Last 2 years have been freaking great.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
A lot of good stuff.
Children of Morta almost made the list. The game is... I love that they decided to make a roguelike that is, like, very story involved, and it's very rewarding, like, constantly. Because there's some roguelikes where they just hate you. They want you to just die and get off their game. But this one, it's like it wants to tell a compelling story. The graphics are great. The music is good. It's fun to play. So it's a super solid game.
Oh yeah.
That and Forager, which I think is just a very
Oh yeah.
chill, it's another rewarding, just chill, fun game that I can just sit there and just tick away at all these things.
Beauty doesn't like.
Yeah, even though she recommended it to me. But yeah, no. It was a very fun game. It was a good time. Because it was one of those things where it's like, okay, cool. Now that I have these resources going, I can work towards this upgrade and access this thing. And
That's one that I'm going to one day dig my teeth into.
for sure. I think you'd dig it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that and Children of Mortar, I think, are right up your alley.
She says it's an issue of lag.
I think she played on PC.
It might have been.
Yeah. Oh, Cutie playing Forager. She says she likes the game, but it was a lag issue that she didn't like. Yeah, because on Switch, I think it handled pretty okay. I'm gonna lose this run. PC Master Race. All right, is it? We're on number 3 now, yeah.
It's my turn. It's the Outer World.
Hey. Good choice.
I love Bethesda, even though they didn't make it.
Right? It was definitely inspired.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I was kind of disappointed, though. I thought it was going to be, like, epic.
Yeah.
My expectations were way up there.
Mm-hmm.
And it just felt like I just couldn't do as much as, like, Fallout.
Yeah. No.
It's because I'm a huge hoarder.
Mm-hmm.
In Skyrim, I just hoard everything. In Fallout, I just hoard everything. In this game, there's, like, not a lot of loot.
Yeah. I'm, like, constantly getting rid of things. I'm, like, breaking it down and, yeah.
And I don't know. I thought it was like kind of simplistic with the skill tree.
Mm-hmm.
It's very simplistic, and that kind of disappointed me. Like you said, the dialogue is awesome. The characters are great.
Mm-hmm.
I love that it was in space.
Yes. Always a welcome.
A lot of fun. I
It
just
is
wouldn't
awesome.
put it above like a Skyrim or a Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair. No, it definitely felt like a pocket adventure, like a budget Fallout.
Oh yeah.
But
Like-
it's cool. I mean, I found
Yeah.
like hidden. If you like explore the whole map, you'll find hidden stuff like
Oh yeah.
special upgraded gun or whatever. That was cool.
Mm-hmm. No, it was cool. I just
And my
yeah. Right.
political part, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of choose sides with the politics and stuff. Like that was really cool.
Yeah, this is the best parts of the game for sure.
That made it unique.
Very much so.
I just wish there were more compelling builds to do. There's not like very many builds to
There
do.
was like 3, I think, from what I heard.
Well, there's like a science weapon build you could do, but I've heard that the weapons aren't very rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard to justify that. Looks like I did 2 runs and
Yeah, it's like there's the good, the bad,
And the ugly.
no, it's the stupid.
mm-hmm.
Idiot savant.
Yeah.
Love me a good idiot savant run. It's so much fun.
So yeah, I mean they nailed it with like the characters
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and the dialogue and all that, but just felt a little bit. I just
Like-
couldn't get as many hours that I could from
Yeah.
those other 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if they
Skyrim, I'm still playing.
Mm-hmm. I would say what you will about Bethesda, because now it's a popular thing to trash on them, but they know how to make games that people are going to keep playing for like ever. So
Right. What year did Skyrim come out?
2011,
Lord.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
and
It
they
just keeps getting re-released, and I keep playing it.
so yeah, haters can say what they will, but
Mhm.
Bethesda is Bethesda for a reason. So
Rip David,
Yeah.
he defeated.
cool, good choice.
thank you.
All right,
David
What's
died.
yours?
is it my number 3?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Drag the window over here. My number 3 is Monster Hunter World Iceborne.
Oh.
A very fun expansion. I really like the snowy map. It's cool to have more areas to run around in. I love the physics behind the map, because like just walking on the snow, you can hear the crunch, you can see where your feet are left behind, like the whole how you move in the snow and stuff is really cool. For being a snow map, it actually has a decent amount of variety.
Oh yeah.
Like it doesn't feel too samey everywhere. Like there's enough difference in the whole map, which is really cool. More monsters. We got a lot of cool monsters. The new elders were neat. The ice dragon was fun. Little annoying, but since I was able to like block its beam stuff, like its ice breath and stuff, it was a more fun fight. But that and the Shara Ishvalda final fight was really awesome. It was a very unique monster, because when you're fighting it, you're like, oh cool, it's like this big blocky, kind of monster covered in stone. You think that's what the fight's going to be like. Then you get it down to a certain point, you see like these tentacle things sticking out of the rock, and it just bursts out, and it looks like a monster straight out of Togeden. Like, so it's just like this really crazy looking like demon laser beam dragon, and it's really cool. Yeah. And of course, it's Monster Hunter, so they do a great job expanding on the weaponry, the mechanics with the clutch claw and all that, with the whole new hub area. The armors and weapons are really cool. So they just did a lot of stuff to like improve on concerns for people, and they just gave us, I think, almost doubled the roster. And yeah, I don't know. Monster Hunter World is a game I've put 500 hours into at least, so the fact that they were able to give us an expansion that felt meaningful and it didn't feel like it was too repetitive or it was too much of the same thing from the base campaign was really cool. And yeah, I don't know. I've talked about Monster Hunter World so much since it's come out, so it's kind of hard to find more things to say about it, because basically Iceborne is just more Monster Hunter. And if you like really Monster Hunter, you're going to like Iceborne. But, yeah. So Capcom did exactly what they needed to do. And just keep pumping us with cool weapons, cool armors, cool monsters, cool areas. Just a good time that I think we dumped another 100 hours into. So
probably.
Yeah, my problem, QD, is all the games I'm playing are early access. It's like I can't count.
Yeah.
But hey, once they reach 1.0, your list is going to be stacked.
Exactly. Whatever that is.
Your number 5 and 4 is Forager. Good choice, Cutie. Good choice. If it can't be on my list, it'll be on hers. Alrighty, Nick. Your number 2.
Number deuce.
Your deuce. Your poopy toopy.
Poopy toopy? No, this is not poopy toopy.
You said deuce!
Number 2 is Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Ooh. Go on.
It was very fun to get back into Pokemon games and be able to have it in a new world. I was disappointed, but not angry about the fact that half the dex is gone. There were a few things that did not make sense, like having only Charizard as the only starter from Gen 1.
Because he's the most popular.
Yeah. But it's a little bit... It's showing a little bit too much favoritism to that one Pokemon, because not only did he come in, he also has 2 Mega Evolutions. Everything.
No, he's a real fan wink Pokemon for sure.
He really is.
Yeah.
There's only one other Pokemon that has 2 that I know of off the top of my head. That's Mewtwo.
By the way, I'm still waiting for them to add Squirtle to the game, so I can, because I want Squirtle as the leader of my team for when I play Pokemon Shield. That's all I'm saying.
I think it needs. They're waiting for the Pokemon Bank for Switch, basically.
Yeah. No. So, what about it?
Kept it from 1.
I kept it from 1. So, what about it did you enjoy so much that it's the number 2 slot? And compared to the other Pokemon games we've had in the past couple of years, so say Sun and Moon and X and Y, what do you think about it and compare it to those? So, why is it your number 2 over other games, and how do you feel about it compared to the other Pokemon games of the recent past?
For me, what made it stand out a lot was the fact that there was the wild area where it changes every day, and having the Pokemon actually pop up out of the grass, so they're not so much of a random encounter anymore, making it a little more of something fun to actually find and be able to put some time into actually pulling them out. Makes it a lot easier to find the actual Pokemon you actually need for your team, instead of just like, oh, I need to find this one Pokemon, so I'm just gonna go into the grass. Nope, you're not it. Into the grass. Nope, you're not it. Into the grass. Nope, you're not it. Just going into encounter after encounter after encounter. And let's not forget Zubat caves. How many people miss Zubat caves? Please raise your hand.
I mean, I really like Crobat.
David didn't raise his hand.
Yeah. Sorry,
But
I'm busy killing things. God.
I don't think anyone would raise their hand if they to say that they miss dealing with Zubat caves or Diglett caves, filled with one single Pokemon that just likes to get encounter after encounter after encounter after encounter after encounter.
I mean, some people do. That's a criticism I've seen out there, is that people miss the dungeons.
The dungeons, yes.
Because they would count those as dungeons.
Yeah, but you don't need it to be random encounter after encounter like that. You can still have a dungeon full of Pokemon, but it doesn't seem like every 5 steps of nothing.
Oh yeah,
is a Zubat.
For sure. Also, Cutie says that she hated Zubat Caves.
Oh yeah.
And she says that her number 3 was Ring Fit Adventure, and her number 2 is Pokemon Shield.
The hell is that?
I'd do Ring Fit Adventure if I actually had it.
It's the new Switch game where it's kind of like Wii Sports, but it comes with like an attachment, and it's supposed to help you work out.
Oh.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
Very good thing.
Cool. So, how do you like it compared to Sun and Moon and X and Y? Yeah. So, do you think that the series is in a better direction after this game, or do you think it should go back and learn from the past couple games? Like, what kind of...
I'm going to say, Dynamax-wise, they need to go back and learn. I like the raid bosses, but having it in competitive-wise, I do not like. I've voiced my opinion on this multiple times to everyone. That I do not like it in the meta. It is too much of a gimmick, so to speak. And it is too easy. Literally in 3 moves, someone can take away your Dynamax Pokemon, and you have nothing to do against it.
True.
But if you compare it to like a Mega Pokemon, you have that stat stays there till it is knocked out. So even if you revived it, say in terms of the normal story, if you revive it, it will be back to normal state. But it can't be Mega Evolution, and it didn't have the time limit. The time limit, I'm iffy on the time limit. I can see both positives and negatives to it, but
I can see it being really broken without a time limit.
Yeah, but, well, the Dynamax, the only reason why it would be broken is if it actually was a Mega. But if it became a Mega, then what's the point of having Megas? Basically, all it did is for Dynamaxing is it gave it more HP. That's all it did. So a good sweeper can take out a whole Pokemon in its Dynamax form, no matter what.
That's true. Now, it'll be interesting to see how the meta changes over the next year or so when they actually start gearing Sword and Shield with the actual like world tournaments. So I think this year is their last year for the Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
Versions,
I personally do not think Dynamax is going to last.
So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see what people do to either counter it or to gimp it or
We've
what they
already
want to
seen
do.
Serbia has banned it. It's in terms of their competitions.
That's true, but like the actual like official world competition, it'll be interesting to see what they do. You know, the ones with like tournaments and their own YouTube channel and prize money, and
Yeah.
we'll see what that whole thing will do.
Yeah. It is also, I should rephrase it. It is banned in singles, but not in doubles.
Interesting.
Yeah. Which is basically what all the current tournament is like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, we just need to wait till. Honestly, we just need to see what'll happen like a year, and I think we'll. It'll be interesting to see like what the meta team is, per se.
Yeah, it honestly, to me, I think once it is found, it's going to become stale far too quickly with the Dynamax forums. Literally, the only thing that's going to be different is the Gigamax ones, and even that is just only barely. The meta will go too stale if they try to stick with Dynamax, compared to how Mega forms, they don't take away moves. That's the biggest thing to me. Like, it's not going to take away a move.
Right now, that's an interesting thing because I feel like what they were thinking was, okay, so we've tried Mega Evolutions, we've tried Super Moves. What if there's a way we can combine them to make an interesting new experience? And yeah, I don't know if they were thinking about the competitive implications right away.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun to see if they do any kind of patching or any kind of editing for the competitions once they actually hit the official circuit. So,
yeah. To me, I don't think, because of the fact that they took it too far with having it like take over all the moves. If it was just one move that was taken, like how Z moves were only being one, and the rest of the moves were stayed as they were, it would be a lot less problems for me. Because you set up your team to have these attacks, and if you have it in one way, then you basically have only one type of attack. And the difference is like 5 points between the strongest attack and the normal attack.
yeah.
And it still takes up your power points for each one.
That's true. No, yeah. But yeah, it's your number 2. Woo!
Yeah, it is on my number 2. I loved all the gyms. I loved that there was actually different gyms this time in the game. Which was very interesting. Though I am a little sad that they didn't have different challenges, but I understand that they couldn't really change it all that much.
Yeah.
So it's not that big of a bad thing for it. The gym leaders were good, except for a couple being an asshole to me, but that's only because of RNG being an asshole.
Right.
Like, me getting flinched by an Arcanine 5 fucking times. Or you getting completely wiped by a shoulder.
Oh my god, that was so dumb. It was so broken.
You got completely wiped.
I was like, wait, I'm sorry, why? You can just one-shot my entire team now for no reason? That's dope.
Yep.
That's cool. I'll just go throw myself off a cliff. Thanks, Gordy, you dickbag.
Yep.
Screw you, Gordy. You're just mad because your mom's cooler than you.
And she's your number 1 fan.
Yeah.
And first fan.
What a mama's boy.
The funny thing is, his like anger towards his mom split the whole town. So it's like, dear lord, grow a pair, just like grow up.
Yeah, stupid Gordy. Screw you, Gordy. I can't wait to never fight you again. Cool. Jack?
Also,
oh, sorry.
before I hit
What?
fuck Pokejobs.
Oh, yeah?
They hid my Pokemon.
That's
Fuck
fair.
Pokejobs.
Yeah, screw you, Steve Jobs.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Okay, there.
Jack, you're number 2.
I'm gonna cheat and pick an early access game.
Do it.
Go for it.
It's your list. Do it.
I'm picking Undermine.
Oh yeah. I've heard you talk about this game. Tell us
So
why.
this is a roguelike, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
where you start out as a little peon,
Awesome.
weak and pathetic,
Mm-hmm.
and you basically just jump in the dungeon. You start killing stuff. You go through the mines, start making money. You die. You come back to your little hub, and then you can upgrade with the money you brought back.
Mm.
So you progressively get stronger and stronger. You unlock new powers,
Mm-hmm.
new power-ups, and then once you unlock those, you find them in the mine. You know, you can upgrade your bombs, you can upgrade your range attack, and then all of a sudden, you jump in the mine and you're like overpowered. Because the mine really doesn't change, except for the bosses get harder and harder.
Okay. Cool.
So it's just a really good roguelike where you just do run after run and you get stronger and stronger. So it doesn't really start over like Slay the Spire.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have to start over. In this one, you're getting your guy stronger and stronger. So each run is better.
Cool. Yeah, I love roguelikes when they give you some sort of perma progress, or it's always really
This one's cool because there's this balance where you have power ups. Well, they call them blessings and curses.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if you want to get more blessings and make your guy really strong, you have to curse yourself. That's the big thing. Is like, are you willing to get a major curse to get a major blessing, or to get a bunch of items that are going to help you progress?
Right, you're gonna risk it to get further.
So yeah, it's a risk reward. It's building your guy up. It's just doing run after run like a roguelike.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool. Are they
Very cool.
releasing it on Switch or anything soon?
Oh, they will. This game's definitely
Definitely switchable.
I think it's going to be popular enough to where it's going to hit Switch.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It's still early access. They actually added a new final boss,
Ooh,
a
okay.
fourth level. So I mean, they're still adding to the game.
That's awesome.
Very awesome.
I know you've been talking about it, so I've been wanting to play it. So basically, anything like indie-wise that people tell me about, I'm like, if it gets on the Switch, I'm
I
down.
gave it to your brother. I mean, I think he's liking it.
Cool. Yeah, we'd be able to ask him about it if he actually didn't fall asleep.
Yep. Also, we are to inform everyone that his favorite game of the decade is Fortnite.
Yeah. Michael made a whole top 10 and he fell asleep. So yeah, until he can correct it, Fortnite.
Claims all 10 spots.
He loves Fortnite and he loves NBA 2K20.
That's all you need to know about him.
Exactly.
That's all you need to know.
He's a Gucci fanboy who loves Fortnite and beanies.
Oh, Michael, he's funny.
Yeah, I'm just a sucker for roguelikes.
That's fair. I really
It's
feel
a good game,
yeah.
especially for I got it for like $15 or something like that.
Right? Oh yeah.
It's just insane the value you can get from some of these games.
Oh yeah. You just play it for like 80 hours for $15. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. No, that's the cool thing about roguelikes is they've really evolved over the past couple years. Because roguelikes were such like a specific like thing. It's like, here's your levels, here's your guy, get as far as you can. If not, suck it.
This one's kind of unique because you have a hub where you're like upgrading and upgrading and upgrading, which counts toward the next run. So it's not completely starting over.
Right? So like you feel encouraged to keep going and keep growing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what I really love is people have been making roguelikes lately have been doing a better job of making the games less harsh and they're more inclusive and they entice you better. They give you that nice little cheese at the end of the stick. And they're
Right.
like, come on, we'll give you a little something. Oh, you got a cooler little power there? Cool, keep going. That's fine.
Keep going.
We want you to actually finish our game, please.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely got my money's worth.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's not even out yet.
Right? Yeah. So once it hits 1.0, it might be just twice the game it is now.
Oh yeah.
There's still a blocked off spot where I don't know they're gonna add something else, but
That's cool.
they're not done. They're not done.
It's kind of the same feeling I love getting when we were playing Broforce over the years. It's like, oh, did you see that new character they added? They just added Highlander. That's freaking
Oh, yeah,
dope.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
They just added Bruce Lee.
Right? Like, wait, they just added a Xenomorphs map? What? Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. I think that's why I love iterative indie games. It's like, since this game is basically their make it or break it success, they're putting everything into it, and they actually care about the quality and the updates. So it's like
the opposite of AAA's.
exactly. They're not.
It's like, here's some of the game.
Yeah.
Here's some DLC for more money.
It'll be good in a year, we
Here's
promise.
season pass.
Yeah. Season pass for season 1.
Adding stuff in for free. Look at Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Oh,
They just
jeez.
gave me a big update for what? Free.
Yeah.
Why?
Right?
Because they're not greedy.
Because they're just happy
Like-
people are playing the game.
Me, I'm just kind of like F AAA's, man.
Yeah, it's fair.
Very much so. There's only a few companies that have not betrayed that trust in AAA,
Yeah.
and
Right.
it's becoming smaller and smaller and smaller.
It is.
lists.
Like, oh, this company just did that to me?
Yeah.
It's like,
Um,
cool. Dope.
Get betrayed by everybody.
Right?
hmm
Everyone's taking turns.
Yeah, I'm all about the indie.
Indie scene's a good
Especially-
scene, man.
Especially early access where you, like, they even give you a discount.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, hey, you want to play Darkest Dungeon for freaking $12?
Like, let's
You
see,
know.
how much did I pay for Minecraft? Like, I think I paid like $5 back. No, like, it wasn't
I
five.
paid maybe 10 to 15 for it.
I want to say I paid $10 for Minecraft, and it's now $25.
Like Subnautica, I paid maybe like $12.99.
Yeah.
I wish I had gotten it back then for that much, but
And
I
it's
got it
freaking-
free. I got it free
It
for
got 60 hours in it.
Right?
Dear Lord,
Yeah. By the way, if Subnautica comes to... I don't know if they're waiting just for Sub-Zero or whatever it is to come out. But if it comes to the Switch, I'll get it again. Like, that'd be
Oh,
a
yeah.
good couch game.
I don't know if it will come to Switch because
I almost used your gift cards on Slay the Spire and Stardew Valley.
Nice.
I was like,
Oh
I
my
already
God.
own these, I can't do it.
Right. Oh,
you
yeah.
have to start another Stardew Valley like whole thing on in fucking Switch.
No, yeah.
Oh,
That's just what the Switch is doing to me now. It's like, cool, I already have this game, but can I play it on the couch? What? Alright, Game God, we'll ask you right now, what is your top 5 of the year? And then we'll ask you about your top 10 when we hit that segment. What you got? Game Good. So I guess it's my number 2 now, huh?
Yep.
It's so funny that everyone else's number 2 is the same. Because mine is Pokemon!
Oh my
What was
God,
everybody
we
else's?
tied.
What's that,
I was
Jess?
wondering when
What
it was
was
gonna
everybody else's
happen.
number 2?
Pokemon. Not Jack and Nick. Well, Nick's is Pokemon's number 2, and Cutie's number 2 is Pokemon.
Nice.
So, and it is mine as well.
Not
Why?
I really enjoyed the Poke experience. It hit the simplicity in this game loop that I feel like the past couple have trouble doing. 'Cause they've been trying to expand on like Sun and Moon had a lot of cutscenes, like hours and hours of cutscenes, trying to focus more on story and just making it feel more like the anime. And then X and Y before it, I don't know. It felt like it was trying to be like, look, this is our first 3D Pokemon game, but not much else. This kind of hits like the perfect stride between both of them, where it's... If you want a Pokemon game where you don't have to just mash through A to get through story, this is the pure, focused... You're a trainer. You're going to go to the gym. You're going to beat the gym. You're going to go around. That's your focus. It's just build your team, get the gym done. There's no side terrorist plot for 95% of it. There's no, side thing that they keep pulling you away from as some random kid Your goal is to just enjoy the world you're in, meet a bunch of cool Pokemon, and just enjoy the gym experience. Because that's why I've enjoyed Pokemon all these years. Is I just really enjoy the game loop. So, building my team, getting the badges, beating Elite Four, becoming the champion. That's my favorite part of the whole experience. So this is just boiled down that. It's just the game loop. So if I want a Pokemon game, but I don't want to just sit through not just constant talking. So I tried to start Sun and Moon again like a month ago, and there's just so much dialogue. Like I just wanted to get into the game, and this one just does such a good job of getting in.
That's another reason why I didn't like Sun and Moon. There was a ton of dialogue, more than any other Pokemon game before it.
Yeah, it's the most. It's trying to be the anime the most of any of the Pokemon games, for sure. Which I don't mind. I enjoyed going through it. It's just going through this, I'm like, the simplicity just reminds me of when it hit me in the same way as when I was a kid, or it just made me feel like I was just playing Pokemon, you know? You're just going out, you're having this adventure, you're meeting a lot of cool Pokemon, but now it just looks better. This, I think it's a really big positive compared to the last two, is there's some really cool towns in this game. Like the Castle City is awesome. The Fairy Town is really cool, like the enchanted glowy mushroom forest. Motostoke is cool, just like the steampunk city. So there's like this game just oozes with like visually compelling environments. Like just like your starting home is just like this nice little.
It's a little hamlet. It actually feels like a little town instead of like 4 houses in the Professor.
Yeah, like I would love to live there. It'd be so cozy.
It literally would be just amazing.
So, just like it may not be like the most like graphics heavy, intense thing ever, but from a design, this game is really strong from like a design perspective. And I really enjoy it.
Very strong design.
Also, the music. It's probably my favorite music of the year. There's some real bangers in this game.
There are some good bangers on it.
Like the gym music, where you got the people chanting with you. It's like, oh, you're like, yeah. And then, I really love Bede's theme because it's all like funky and they got like some bass in there and it's awesome. So it's like there's some real boppers.
Oh yeah,
some real boppers, Jack. I do like that for this Pokemon game really feels like they did a really good job world building. So like the whole region is focused on the Pokemon gym experience, but it's built instead of just being like a building where you fight a gym leader, it's a stadium, like it's a sport, it's an event. Like the crowd it's always full of people cheering. It's everyone, it's like lights and showmanship, and they treat it like you're in like you're in the NBA or something.
Oh yeah.
Like it's such a huge thing for the region. And
that's kind of how it should be in like all the other regions. It kind of like they try to show it like that. It even shown like bleachers on either side.
Yeah.
But there's never been this type of experience of people there watching you.
Yeah, right. So it's never been such a publicized thing in the Pokemon games. So that was really awesome. There's a cool extra spin to it. I really like the idea of learning of the cast of characters through like these trainer cards and stuff, so you get background on everybody. So they don't just feel like another face that you have to battle for a badge. They actually feel like living, breathing characters in this world, and they're all really likable. And well, screw you, Gordy, for the most part. And then, and like they keep popping up, and you're happy to see them, and everyone interacts really well with each other. Like Bede interacting with Opal is hilarious. It's probably the funniest moment in the game. So it's like the cast is great. You want to get to know them. You get to know them. Everything they set up in the world, from how the region is run, it's focused on making the Galar region and the gyms feel like a sport. Is kind of like how they're funding their region. So it all feels like it's connected and real, and it makes sense within itself.
Yeah.
Plus, I think the designs of the Pokemon are pretty strong this gen. There's a lot of really good ones, a lot of cool ones.
You and me had to flip on the starter.
Yes.
You like the first part of the evolution, and I like the last part of the evolution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's yeah, it's a good set. Like, it's definitely not like Black and White where I was really disappointed.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got to mention the Wild Region. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be that fun, but I spent hours in the Wild Region because it was just so fun.
Raids and everything.
Yeah.
It's like
Seeing who's out there, doing raid battles with people in chat, getting rare candies, getting different moves, oh, that guy's in this. That's cool. I want to get him. There are different forms that you can get unique to only in there. Like,
and they're adding more.
yeah. So there's a lot more there than people give credit for. So that was a nice surprise that was actually like as fun as it was. So that's really cool. It's the most MMO it's been. So.
Oh yeah. Also on somebody said that there wasn't any bad guy or anything. The few times that there was actually like a world disaster in the game, guess what happened? The champion said, "No, you go take on the gym. I'll take care of it."
Yeah, I'll go do the side stuff. Don't worry about it.
Actually took care of the world ending until the very end.
Yeah. Also, by the way, say at the very end, the raid battle with what's his face,
Xerneas.
Xerneas.
Xerneas, I believe that's always it said.
I think Xerneas is from X and Y.
I think it's...
No, but the big evil, maybe not evil, but the big chaotic Pokemon turns into a raid form, and that's a really cool battle too, because then you get to team up with the two legendaries and fight them in raid battle. It's really cool. Very well done. Yes, he's the reindeer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so there's just a lot of cool stuff that I'm really happy that they did. I think this game is a really great base. And from here, they'll keep the engine. They'll add more Pokemon in future games. They can expand upon their ideas. So I think the games are going to improve from here. So I think this is a really solid start. And I'm really happy I played it. It's a game I definitely... I even want to go back to it again. I still have my $70 credit, and I'm always tempted to buy Pokemon Shield on my Switch. So...
Eternius.
Thank you. There it is.
Close to that, at least.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why it's my number 2. I had a ball with it.
The only thing is you can't get his raid form.
I know, it's a bummer, huh?
Mm-hmm. And none of the other legendaries have a raid form as well. But they do like, extra damage against raid forms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's why it's my number 2. It's a very fun game, and I'm very glad that I enjoyed it so much. Alright, number ones! Here we go.
Number ones.
World exclusive.
World exclusive.
It's like, shut up, Microsoft.
No, I'm doing Angry Joe.
Oh, right, yeah.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Mine is Monster Hunter World Iceborne.
Hey, there it is.
Music, all the monsters.
Game God, you didn't even pick games from this year.
Hey, he had Pokemon Shield in there.
But yeah, the only problem with her world was Iceborne was the end game. But it was not very fun.
Oh, the randomized garbage, yeah.
Yeah, but they did fix the raid boss.
Yes, they did.
Actually fix it properly. Even though we couldn't do it, they fixed it. They made it actually a good boss. Fun to actually fight most times. The right way to do the aggro meter, so it's not so random. The one-hit kill move wasn't as dumb as it used to be.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Well, they definitely learned from Behemoth, for sure.
They definitely did. I still want them to patch Behemoth hard.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It would be very nice.
Instead, they're like, here's a super behemoth.
Yeah. It was
Why?
just really fun.
Why is it your favorite game of the year compared to everything else, though? What
Just
about
because
it?
of how many hours I put into it, how much I enjoy that type of game. To be able to just boss battle when I want to. Go back in there. Just explore around the snow map if I wanted to. Have a whole new world and a whole new like soundtrack pretty much for it.
Mhm.
Like just hearing the snow crunch when you're just walking around on the snow map,
Mhm.
really fun.
For sure. Well, good choice, Nick. Good choice. I know. Isn't it tough to talk about this game?
It really is after all that we've said about it. Like,
I feel like I've been talking about Monster Hunter World for like 2.5 years straight.
yeah. We pretty much have.
You know, good choice though. I figured it'd be somewhere on there.
Oh yeah, it was.
Jack,
Yes.
Slay
What
the
are you doing?
Spire.
Slay the Spire.
Oh no!
374 hours later.
Woo!
Oh jeez.
You mean suck it,
is
cutie?
Amazing.
Why?
About deck building roguelike, it's got to be the best of all time. Do
Accurate.
not agree.
Accurate. Just because I
Right.
can't think of too many.
And then they
Accurate.
sprinkle in 3 classes that are completely separate.
Mhm.
3 separate decks, separate relics. Like Nick said, pick your path where you want to go.
Mhm.
Do you want to hit the question marks? Do you want to fight the elites? Do you want to gamble? And so many different little elements sprinkled in. It's just, I don't know. I just go back to it. I can just play it once a day for an hour.
Yeah. Mhm.
I could go back to it a year later and just play it.
Yeah. I think this
Each
would be
run
the.
can be completely different. Every run I do is not the same.
Mhm.
I just love building from the ground up.
Agreed.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
It's addicting.
Oh yeah.
Very addicting.
Fantastic game. Just wanna I'll probably just keep coming back to, you know, for the rest of my life.
For sure.
Gaming career.
Right. This feels like the perfect like road trip or flying on a plane kind of game.
I would
And I love
definitely
when I
use
play
this
it,
on a plane.
and then I come over and I just tell you about my run, and you're like, oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a game that's very easy to share with people. Like your run or your experience. Like people know exactly what you're talking about. Like
Oh yeah.
it's definitely one of those ones that can like generate like discussion. Like, oh, what'd you do? Oh, what happened in your run? Oh yeah. For sure. Yeah, it's a great game.
And then just the whole roguelike element with the different combinations that you can do. And it's just different every time.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to sink, you know, hours and hours into one run. It's just like, you can just play it for... Like, it takes me about an hour if I actually beat it. So, like, it's like an hour.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But if you have an hour to kill, play a run of Slay the Spire. It's really
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great. Not every game can be just like a plug and play type of deal.
Yeah, plug and play. Exactly.
Very much so.
Flat GGs. Get out of here, Nick.
Yeah.
He just flattened it.
How do you do that?
You have to spend points and you can just flatten it, or you can put.
Oh, where you modify it? Okay.
Yeah. You can also make it thinking or put a Santa
Yeah.
hat on it.
So, just being a roguelike guy and an indie guy, I mean, how can I not make Slay the Spire?
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The amount that you and Michael have talked about Slay the Spire is like the amount Nick and I have talked about Monster Hunter World. Like, Game God, Monster Hunter World Iceborne's awesome. Don't you hate? Don't you hate?
You still had Monster Hunter 4 on there.
Oh, that's true. Because Game God, how many hours in Generations Ultimate do you think you have altogether?
He's got too many hours for Generation Ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
not as much as us in terms of like just in general for Monster Hunter games, but like if I was to count up all my hours for Monster Hunter games, it'd be too much.
Right.
Like we'd be over like 1,000 hours.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like all my top favorite like franchises. I have way too many hours into.
Mm-hmm.
352 hours. Hot dang.
Damn.
Cool.
What you got, David?
Number one
What is
for
your
me.
number one?
Everyone guess.
Sekiro.
Good.
Yeah.
Good guess. It's Sekiro.
Nick, you
Da,
didn't know.
da.
Nah, I was trying to like remember what it would be, but no.
It's Sekiro.
Well, I was debating whether or not I had Pokemon at number one or this at number one, because I really did, just from like an enjoyment point of view, I really did enjoy my time with Pokemon a lot. But if we're going on pure like studio charisma and mastery of their systems and their world design and their immersion, Sekiro's got to take the number one spot. I mean, it's beautiful. It's got some baller music. I really love the setting. You know, it's really hard to go wrong with like ancient Japan.
Oh yeah.
There's just so much material they can take from for areas and boss designs and inspirations and lore and all that stuff. So the boss is really well designed. The areas are really pretty. The combat's fun. It's interesting how it's focused on parrying, which I was really worried about, but it's not like parrying in Dark Souls where you have to time a shield right way. It's basically instant, so when you tap, if you tap the right moment, it's going to be what you need to. So if you start getting into the rhythm, it feels like a rhythm game kind of. So you're kind of going with the flow of the attack animations and everything, and feels like you're an awesome samurai clashing swords. Like
Herbal mention, Cadence of Hyrule.
yeah, good choice, good choice.
Very good choice.
Good music too. Yeah, freaking A. Like if you got to play that game, just make sure you put on headphones.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you know, From Software is one of my favorite studios. Everything about it is like top tier. It's just so well made. And I feel like the only thing that really hurts it and keeps me from liking it more than, you know, Dark Souls 1, 3, and Bloodborne and Demon Souls is it's since they're focusing more on like a character, the replayability is a lot lower than the other games. So there's not really builds per se. There's not as much like build variety. So once you're done with like the multiple endings and the trophies and stuff, you're kind of just done with the game. Especially since they said they're not gonna do any DLC since they're working on Elden Ring. So it's kind of one of those things where I'm sad because I'm like, this game is so good and it's made really, really well, and I'm all for it. But it's just when I'm done with it, I'm done with it. And it's one of those games where it's like, if I'm in the mood, I'll go back and play it. But it's not one of those things where I can just put, you know, a year of builds into it and just keep finding something new.
Sadly.
But yeah, I think that's probably why it's my game of the year. It's like, outside of that, everything about it is just, you know, grade A From Software. The reason why they're so good and so prevalent in this decade is that they've just nailed their formula. They've got their audience and they know exactly what they're doing, and they don't care about, you know, microtransactions and screwing people out of their money. They care about making a really cool experience for people and helping you learn how rewarding games can be, not only through the difficulty, but just through learning the game's systems and just accepting it for what product they want to put out, which is awesome. They're like one of the good companies left. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a great game. I'm happy I played it. Yeah.
I would not be able to beat it, but I enjoyed watching it.
Right? I say, I'm sure it's one of the more exciting games I played this year.
Hard.
I'm
Hey,
just bad at Souls games.
Nick beat Bloodborne with co-op.
Yeah, with co-op. With co-op and you right beside me telling me what I needed to do.
It was fun, though.
So it was Souls on wheelchair wheels.
Uh-huh.
Souls on wheelchair wheels?
Wheels on wheels on wheels.
Give you your rims.
Just Pimp My Ride Souls Edition.
Yep. I always wish we had that actually cataloged, but it's not there anymore.
Oh, Cutie says, I agree with Fubar. Slay the Spire is her number one.
See, she doesn't want to agree with me, but she does.
She's like, dang it! Gah! She's just like smashing lamps in her living room. Gah! Let me admit it. Fine, you're right, Fubar. Cool. So that's our top fives. That's a good blend.
5 of the year.
Yeah, a good year all in all. I think this next year will be a pretty decent one too. We usually kind of do a thing.
God's top 5 of 2019 are all 2018 games.
So his favorite game is Pokemon. Well, Smash 2018, Generations Ultimate 18, Odyssey and Breath of the Wild 2017, Pokemon Shield 2019. Because 2017 was an insane year for games. Cool. Alright, so I guess we're going to move on to top 10s of the decade.
Yep, this one was a lot harder.
Chad, get your top 10 out. And
Get top 10 out.
since we're a gentlemanly podcast, we're going to have Jess tell us her top 10. Jess, come on down!
Yes. What's your number 10?
Yeah,
Can
Jack
anyone
asked.
guess what number 10 is?
Fortnite.
No.
Oh, okay.
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
No.
Nick, you got a
League of
guess?
Legends.
He says League of Legends, Nick.
Nope.
Hit us with it.
Left 4 Dead.
1 or 2?
2.
2.
2.
2.
Left 4 Dead 2.
2 because they brought awesome melee weapons.
Yeah, they did. And they just gave us all the first maps from the first one, so... Like, Left 4 Dead 2's dope. Alright.
Still
Why
they
did
fixed
you
something.
like it?
Number 9.
Okay.
Eat Within.
Good choice.
I didn't play the second one, so I have no opinions on that one.
That's fair.
Creepy.
Very creepy.
Number 8. Amnesia. A Machine for Pigs.
Nice.
Creepy.
Jack says creepy.
Well, I'm gonna be saying that quite a bit.
He's already said it twice.
Well, I guess not too much. Yeah, okay. Number 7. Dying Light.
Creepy.
Creepy.
No. No, that's a fun game. Drop kicking zombies off of buildings is amazing.
I want to play more of it.
Dying Light 2's coming out soon.
I know. I need to play more.
Yeah.
Number 6 is Subnautica.
Good choice.
Yay. Creepy.
Creepy. That, yeah, definitely creepy.
Definitely.
Probably the creepiest on that list.
Creepiest, yep.
Yeah. Water phobia, man.
Yeah.
Just
freaking terrifying.
just seeing that pure black because it hasn't loaded in yet. I'm like, oh cool, I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna die.
It was always fun playing it, especially in a...
Imagine Subnautica in VR.
I
It's there.
don't want to.
Nick
I don't.
It is
I
there.
don't.
says it is there. Imagine turn around, just boom, thing in your face.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
Then accidentally getting loaded inside of wreckage with no way out.
Yeah.
David.
What? Never.
Panic. It's happened to me
Oh yeah.
a lot.
Oh yeah.
I know what's happened to David. I saw it on stream.
Yeah. Top 5. Here we go.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Any guesses?
Nope.
Diablo 3.
Diablo 3.
No.
Fortnite.
Fortnite, says Nick.
No.
Mario Odyssey.
Yes.
Hey!
I told you in the car.
And I listened, obviously.
This is true. Number 4,
Okay.
Doom.
Doom! You guys say like Doom.
No. My
No.
throat's all phlegmy right now.
That's fair. We'll do it for you. We all did it for you.
Number 3 is Diablo 3.
Hey.
Number 2,
Creepy.
Skyrim.
Creepy.
Skyrim.
No.
Creepy.
Creepy.
And number 1 is
Anyone guess?
PoE.
PoE.
Path of Exile.
Prayers over exile.
Prayers of Exile. Well, PoE could also be Pillars of Eternity.
Which is also a good game.
It is also a good game, and
Yeah.
I have also played it. But no, Path of Exile is my favorite.
How come?
It's like Diablo 3, but better and more
On crack.
thought.
It says on,
Required.
Jack says on crack. Diablo on crack.
Yeah, basically. It forces you to think more about the direction that you're heading, which points you want to put where. They also have these gems that you could do for skill points that do different things. You have to figure out where you want to put those. Like, there's a lot to it. And then with the dungeons, if you want to go back to town to drop stuff off, you have to be quick. Or the whole layout changes and you have to go through the whole map again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, the whole system has been, the currency system for players has been changed to in-game items instead of actual currency.
You hear that?
I heard something about currency, but I don't remember.
The in-game currency has changed to end-game items.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's how trading goes.
Says it's how trading goes.
I didn't really do much trading at all.
I was too busy killing and slaying. Oh, hey, calm down.
I didn't get super far into it because I don't know, I spent a lot of time farming.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you liked it so much.
I loved it. Really, I really like that game.
I really think you would like Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like the
Speaking
game
of
for you.
farming.
Right.
Oh jeez, if she gets into Stardew Valley, she's gonna be lost for a day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Well, that's why there's co-op. We're gonna wait for co-op to come to Switch.
It isn't Switch.
Oh, cool. There you go.
It's
So
been on
I'm
Switch.
gonna need
It was
it.
it's on
Co-op
Switch
farming
first.
sim.
It was on Switch first.
Oh, cool. Dope.
Farming items and currency and stuff.
Plus, you get to have a pet cat or dog, and you can pet it. And you get to pet
So
chickens and
just like
cows.
Diablo and horror.
It's great.
Yep. Jack says, so just like Diablo and horror.
Yeah.
Basically.
Basically. Pretty much. It's, I mean, I was thinking about, like, Dead Space and all that, but they're kind of, I don't know. I didn't get to play through the first one very much, or the second or third one. But they were really cool, but
Yeah. That's fair.
yeah.
I feel like you'd like Alien Isolation also.
I played a very small amount of that.
And how was
I didn't even get to the alien part.
it? Oh, no.
Yeah.
She should
So,
play
I mean,
Five
it
Nights
was
at
really
Freddy's.
pretty and
Oh jeez.
operations were smooth, but
Jack says you should play Five Nights at Freddy's.
I might be good at it.
They're on Switch.
Maybe.
All of them, I think, too.
Because, yeah, I've never
Most
played
of 'em.
them. And you have to pay a lot of, like, attention to a lot of different things,
Yep,
right?
there's like...
My ADHD might make that pretty,
Right? And it's horror.
It's true.
You're like, oh, Freddy! Oh! Oh!
I don't know if I'll be any good at it. Like, quickly, but
That's fair.
learn how to pay attention to it in the right ways. I'll be like... Speed runs.
Gives me the runs.
As if.
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, thank you for telling us your top 10.
Yeet.
Good range. Good job. Good picks. Round of applause from chat. There you go. Alrighty. For us three, we'll go through our lists, and then if there's any that you feel more passionate about talking about, you can, get a little more detailed with your pick. So Nick, take it away. Nick's top 10. Ooh.
My top 10. Number 10. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth.
Digimon.
Oh yeah. Number 9. Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
Okay, Tales of Two Sons.
Number 8. Last of Us.
Okay.
7 is Monster Hunter 4.
Hey, there you go. There's a pick.
Number 6. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Wow.
Number 5. Journey.
Cool. Good pick.
I wanted to play that.
Yeah, Journey's cool. I have it on my PS4.
Very fun. Number 4. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Figured. Yep.
Wow.
Actually, I
Number
thought that'd be
3.
top 3, honestly.
Decade?
Yeah.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Nailed it.
And my number 1 pick is
Elite Dangerous.
Magica.
Fortnite. I mean, Magica.
Magica?
Which one?
No. Magica, the one I killed you all in. No,
Oh, the team killing one. Oh.
I'm just kidding. Number 1 is Stardew Valley.
There you go.
Okay, I was gonna say, what the fuck?
I was like, Nick, if you have a Spike pick,
He's a
I'm going to
sadistic-
end the call right
Michael
now.
was right.
Yeah.
You still have to finish it.
Oh,
That's not gonna happen.
there's Game God's top 10. Red
Game
Dead
God's
Redemption.
reveal.
Red Dead Redemption. God of War 3. Mass Effect 2. NBA 2K11. Grand Theft Auto 4. GTA 5. Kingdom Hearts 2.5. Monster Hunter 4U. Heavy Rain. Resident Evil 7. It's a good blend. Good picks.
Are those from 11 onward?
From 10 onward?
10 onward?
Yeah.
Maybe not 2. Mass Effect 2.
I don't
No.
think Grand Theft Auto 4 is.
That was in Michael's. That was his number 1.
Oh, right, yeah. Red Dead Redemption 1, I don't think
Red Dead
is. I
Redemption
think it's
is-
2009.
It's on there. It's barely in there.
Okay.
It's like 2010. Like, it's barely in.
Okay. Good.
Grand
Grand
Theft
Theft
Auto 4 is not.
Heavy Rain?
GTA 4 doesn't count?
GTA 4 does not count.
Oh, Game God.
Ruh-roh. Heavy
That
Rain.
was 2009. 2010 for Heavy Rain.
Okay,
just
cool.
barely.
So just, probably just, I think everything else is...
Literally on the, like, in
GTA 4 doesn't make it, Game God.
Pick another one. No.
What about Kingdom Hearts 2.5?
Oh yeah, that's from a couple years ago.
I
Okay.
had to look it up because I wanted to I wanted to do the fear games.
Oh, those
They're really
no,
old,
those
yeah.
are way too old.
I was like,
Oh.
maybe, but I looked it up. I'm like, oh no.
Tears for Fears.
No,
Yeah.
I played that on PlayStation 2.
He said he played it on PlayStation.
Really?
Yeah.
I played it on Xbox. I loved them.
So Nick, are there any games on your top 10 list that you want to
On my list that didn't
bring
make
more
it.
attention to?
Stardew Valley, of course, is one of the biggest ones. Like, that is, everyone knows, but I would say something that not a lot of people have played, that probably some people should, is Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
Is that a game that you feel like not enough people have talked about?
Not enough people have talked about.
Is that
And
where
not
you're
enough people
controlling
play.
both brothers?
Yeah.
Both brothers with either analog stick.
Okay, yeah, I heard that's really good.
It is really good. Not enough people have played it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's one you should watch. You should experience. It is.
That's
I
one,
highly recommend it.
Total Biscuit was going crazy over.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Good
Uh,
pick.
Journey is another one that I would want to highlight to play. It's a very an older game, but still very fun. Just, I still go back to it. Even though I've seen the whole story, I've played it through multiple times. But each time I go through, I find someone new that hasn't played, and I help. I basically guide them through.
Nice. Keep scarfing it down.
Mm-hmm. My giant scarf.
Well, there you go. Right. Any other games you want to highlight?
None that I haven't highlighted before,
Okay.
because I've spoken volumes on Cyber Sleuth, and
That's
you're
fair.
playing it right now.
That's
you
true.
know how fun it is.
Y'all.
You know there's a grind, but it's really
Yeah.
fun. The story is interesting and everything.
Yeah. Say minus the the grinding. Yes. All right.
Even the grinding is not too bad most times.
Alrighty. Jack, top 10!
You ready for the honorable mention list
Yes. Give us your honorable
of all
mentions.
time?
Yes.
Super Hot.
Good choice.
How cool is that game?
That's a very cool game. I still want to play it. Super hot.
FTL.
Wow. Yeah.
Hello.
Good old FTL.
Some Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Dope. Good choice.
And come on, Papers, Please.
Yeah. Love Papers, Please.
Very fun.
That's
One
fun.
we played, Rocket League.
Yeah. Rocket League is
Or
awesome.
what?
That was some co-op fun there.
Yeah, it was.
Hotline Miami.
Ooh.
Love that.
Me too.
Also, Cuphead.
Yeah.
It's super interesting that they did that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
With the amount of work they put into it.
And when you talked about Broforce,
Yeah. Bro
it's a
Force.
really cool idea. Letting you play all the great not superheroes, but
Action heroes.
action heroes of all
Yeah.
time. So yeah, that's my honorable mention list there.
That's a solid list.
Number 10 is going to be Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Stardew Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8 is Subnautica.
Yeah.
7, Breath of the Wild.
Hey.
6 is Skyrim.
Hey.
5 would be Hearthstone.
Hearthstone.
Spent too much money on that game. I regret it.
That's why I'm not touching it again with money.
Number 4 is the co-op Terraria.
Hey.
That game's sick.
Heck yeah.
Super sick.
Number 3 was Slay the Spire.
Wow.
2 is probably gonna blow your mind, but for me it's Don't Starve.
I can see that.
That game just blew me away when I played it.
You do love Don't Starve. You and Michael are all over that.
If you love some roguelike, like that game just wow.
For sure. And the art design's great.
Number 1 is David. It's Fallout 4, David.
Really? Wow. Hey!
Wow.
Can you believe that?
That's cool. I was expecting that.
I know. I wanted to say New Vegas, but Fallout 4, I just you just spend eternity in Fallout 4.
Right?
Doing whatever.
Talk about a game that doesn't get enough love.
I love it, dude. I don't know.
It's so playable. It's like the opposite of the problem I have with like Sekiro or we had another game we were mentioning where the replayability wasn't great. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like, let's do another run. I'll do an explosive run. I'll do a melee run. I'll do a sneaky run, or
yeah, an idiot
Dialogue
savant
run.
melee run. Like
I
yeah.
can and then when I do the run, I spend
Yeah.
60 hours,
Right?
80 hours,
Yeah.
doing all the content. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game, that game's pretty
I
great.
don't know.
Plus, the story is pretty decent too. Like,
I just like the Fallout over the Skyrim.
me too. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. We're one of those rare people where we prefer the the
Magic is awesome, but
nuclear wasteland.
like the nuclear waste
It's pretty great. Yeah.
for some reason. Where everyone wants to kill each other.
Plus, they
Also, I
somehow.
had to
Oh, sorry.
recheck on Terraria. I have 522 hours on
It's not even on
Terraria.
your list, Nick. That's
I
number
know.
4.
I know.
That game was like the co-op game.
It's the Jimmy Jam.
It really was.
Michael wants to go back to it too for the final expansion.
We all wanted to go back
Yeah.
to it. We still have to get into it.
I already liked Minecraft, and they actually made it like an action,
Right?
like
Yeah.
Minecraft, but with actual bosses and
Yeah.
action.
They gave it like
Like,
focus.
alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also for Fallout 4, they somehow made Death Claws even more intimidating, so that was cool. They're like, what about Death Claws, but we make them buff? Like,
Oh yeah.
it's like, oh my god. No, yeah. Very happy with your pick. Fallout 4, yeah, doesn't get enough love. It's it may be lacking in like the RPG aspects compared to the others, but the combat is actually the best of them. There's some really cool environments in there, like the glowing sea and stuff, in Far Harbor.
But yeah, I played all the DLCs.
Yeah. Although weapons are fun to use, there's a good variety. There's good enemy variety.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. No, they did a lot right in that game. I
they
think.
really did.
Yeah. Good choice, Jack. You need a round of applause. Oh, Game God says he's replacing Grand Theft Auto 5 with Pokemon Black 2. There you go. Good choice. I actually just beat Pokemon Black 2 again. Cool.
Gotta get a better cartridge for it.
Yeah. Cool. Good picks, guys. David's turn. My number 10, Fallout 4! I was bouncing around between a couple games for the 10 slot. I had Lost Planet 2 was there initially, because that's one game I want to shout out that barely missed it. Just because there's really cool bosses in that game, and I like the world. And it was basically Monster Hunter, but with guns. That was really cool. And then spacing on the other one. Dang it. Oh well. Fallout 4 is number 10. Number 9, Subnautica. Number 8, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Was another debated slot.
Subnautica was very debated on mine. It just got beat out too much.
That's fair. I think for Subnautica, I think it made my list. Because it surprised me too when I put it on my list, but I think it's such a unique experience amongst video games. Yeah. Like, I mean, how many base building underwater
horror games
do you play? Like,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Progression, it's just...
Yeah.
I think literally if I extended my list, it'd be on 11.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the most immersive video games I've played this decade, for sure. Like, it was just... it's definitely a game I'm going to go back to in the future.
I'm probably going to be doing it, like, within this month. Probably. It's like, just randomly start playing it. Like, I'll probably boot it up and
Think
get
about
the
it.
multiplayer mod.
Like, hey, I want to play Subnautica. Oh, wait, that game scares the shit out of me.
Right? Maybe I'll just relax and do some base building in the shallow part.
Yeah, do I want to hang out in the newbie area
Yeah.
and build a base? Or do I want to get my shit scared?
Right. Wait, oh, you want me to go deeper? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's nice.
Let's go deeper and make a fair base down there.
Oh, it's okay.
It's fine. I'll be up here. I'll just capture some small fish. It's fine.
Just gonna hang out by the surface.
Yeah. That ship looks lovely.
And it's slowly leaking radiation.
Let's see. Number 7, Mario Odyssey. Number 6, Nier 1. Number 5, Bioshock Infinite. Number 4, Dragon's Dogma. Number 3, Breath of the Wild, baby.
Yep.
Number 2, Monster Hunter 4U. And then, of course, not only is it my favorite game of the decade, it's my favorite game of all time. Dark Souls 1. Love that game. Love, love, love. I've talked about that game ad nauseum. Let's see. Games that I want to talk about. Let's see. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was in a debated slot with Shadow of War. I feel like they both did a lot of cool stuff. I think what topped Assassin's Creed Odyssey over Shadow of War is... I put like 80 hours into that game, and it's one of those games where there's always something that I wanted to do. There's like, there's always like a member of the cult that I was after to assassinate so I can get some cool rare weapon. There are actual like mythological creatures to go and fight that were created by the alien tech. there was just so much to do. They had like interesting skill trees. The environment's really pretty. They had all these little systems that fed into each other and just kept you getting rewarded all the time. And the story wasn't that bad for the most part. So yeah, really solid game. Very fun to play.
Another like a little bit of expansion on it.
Yeah, evidently good to Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played that yet.
Yeah, I just recently saw a little bit of it where things happen in it.
Mm-hmm. Is it bad that you finished 2 Pokemon games, which is Fire Red and Moon? How's that bad game, Dad? And you loved my Assassin's Creed Odyssey streams? Thank you. I love them too. I did a lot of those streams. Oh. I think that was the game I was playing last year when we were... Was it before Seattle? No, that was Spyro. Yeah, we were going on a trip to... I think we were going down to Boise when I was still playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Sounds right.
Yeah. Yeah, that game's a lot of fun. I think them making Assassin's Creed going from like an action platforming open world game to like an action RPG is like the best move they could have done creatively for the series. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely my favorite Assassin's Creed game.
I still like the old ones personally myself, but I do like the fact that they have switched it up and try to keep it fresh and bring new things into it.
Mm-hmm. Because that series was getting as stale as Yentl bread. I swear to God.
Yeah, they needed it. Definitely needed it, but I still love like Assassin's Creed 2 is still my favorite.
Yeah. And then I gotta shout out Nier 1 because no one ever talks about Nier 1. Because you know how everyone likes Nier Automata, right? They say it does like all these unique things, like got perspective changes and genre changes within the gameplay. And it's got how you play through the game through several times to get new perspectives and different endings to expand on the story. The music is really unique and great. Nier 1 did all that first.
Yeah.
But instead of it being like a pessimistic, nihilistic robot story, it was like a pessimistic, slightly more optimistic fantasy kind of a game instead. But I don't know. I like the characters more in Nier 1. I like the world better. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like everything that Nier 1 struck gold with, Nier Automata is getting all the accolades for. So I gotta shout it out, because I think that game was a really unique experience that people should play. And I'm still hoping that since Automata was so successful that we're going to get like a remaster of Nier 1. So I'd love to stream that for people.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very, very fun game. And then, I don't know. Let's see. I have streamed Fallout 4, I've streamed Subnautica, I've streamed Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Mario Odyssey. Haven't done Nier. So there's only 2 games on my top 10 list that I haven't streamed. Because For You was on 3DS, obviously. And then Nier, just because it was, on 360 and PS3. So, I say Nier is like at the top of my list for wanting to stream for people. But yeah, I think talked a lot about Dark Souls. I've played through Breath of the Wild twice on stream, so people know how I like that. Dragon's Dogma I've streamed.
More.
Freaking great. I hope that we get a sequel someday. BioShock Infinite is great. I love the whole aesthetic of the whole city and stuff. So yeah. Guess. Yeah. Shout out to Monster Hunter 4U. I haven't talked about it. But that's like peak Monster Hunter.
Remaster for it.
Yeah. I've put so many hours in that game. And putting so many hours into that game, but on handheld, like a 3DS, really says something. But I think that's my favorite thing when growing up doing handheld gaming is playing these games where the worlds in the game feel so much bigger than the system that you're playing it on. And 4U felt like that. They focused more on a story with the whole disease and stuff. They gave you some meaningful missions, some really cool set pieces. There was some really awesome towns. It's a really creative roster of monsters, original to 4U. That's where they started doing the ledge combat and the mounting.
Oh, yeah.
there's just so much. That's just peak Monster Hunter for me. That's just peak
Oh yeah.
grinding addiction is Monster Hunter for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I just need this one little piece so I can make this armor piece. Just one more. Just one more.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty great.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Kitty, what's yours? Your top 10.
Yeah.
Go.
If anyone still has a 360 or a PS3, get near one.
Mm-hmm.
You can probably get it really cheap.
Ah.
Well,
There's a
Cutie,
lot of games.
what are a few of your favorite games ever? And odds are they're probably from this decade. This this decade has some freaking great games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was tough having to leave a few games off the list for sure.
Yeah, like I had a hard time like picking out my 10.
It was hard to rank them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
From
It took me long enough to pick the 10, and then it was like, I gotta rank these.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say my top 5 were easy because they're just some of my favorite games ever. So it's just kind of like I got to squash that. But from like 6 up, it was kind of like, what do I want on here?
Mm-hmm.
There's just so much, especially reading through the list and like you're putting things down that I liked, and I was like, there's a lot of games from some years that I'm like, man,
Oh yeah.
like
What's the
2015.
one game that just didn't make the cut? Was that Shadow of War?
It was Shadow of War. Really
It
like
was
Shadow
so
of War.
close.
Subnautica for me.
It was so close.
For
It
me,
almost
it was Hotline Miami.
yeah. Hotline Miami's so good. Oh, she got a list. That was fast, man.
Oh, Slime Rancher too.
Land Rancher's great too. Yeah. Child of Light, very good. Slay the Spire, great. Pillars of Eternity, Hurry's great. Tomb Raider, nice. Breath of the Wild, fantastic. Stardew Valley, very good. Monster Hunter World, great. Skyrim, great. Life is Strange, nice.
Yeah. Those are all this year, this decade. I mean,
Yeah. It's a good list, Cutie.
very good.
I think it's the fun thing of doing these decade lists is, from what I've noticed, everyone's lists are pretty varied, which is cool.
There's only a few that are kind of close.
Yeah. It's kind of, it's not like you're just looking at the same list over and over.
Oh yeah, mine's way different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wish Michael was here so he could have told us again, because I know he read it out loud at the Hangout, but
Yeah, I forget his. I just remember Mass Effect 2
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mass Effect 2 was on his
and
list.
Hearthstone.
yeah.
Hearthstone was on his.
And Terraria.
Terraria was on his as
yeah.
well. But officially, right now, his list includes Fortnite, 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 Fortnite,
Yeah.
Fortnite, Fortnite.
Until he can
Fortnite,
defend
Fortnite,
himself.
Fortnite.
It's Fortnite 1 through 10.
Yeah.
Cutie says Jessica's was just basically horror games. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. All
Everyone-
PC games.
Everyone's got their preferences, for sure. So yeah, I think an all-in-all great decade of games, for sure.
And another one to come.
Oh yeah, just with how technology is, I'm sure we got some real classics coming up.
Are we gonna get into VR at some point?
I'm probably going to.
If it becomes affordable, like I was really sad I didn't get to play that new Doctor Who VR game, but I'm not paying $400 to play a 3-hour
Is that the
experience.
future?
VR,
I could see it.
if it's like Sword Art Online, yeah. Where you're just like kind of in the world itself. I don't see like people standing and actually like physically doing it, kind of like that one movie Nick likes.
Ready Player One.
Yes, that would be very obtuse way of getting into VR. I feel like if it's more like you're in your space, you're in the world, then a lot more. And the big part is just making it affordable enough for everyone. Not everyone can buy a PC to run it, or
Yeah.
they want to spend $300.
There is very good ones now. There is now also the PlayStation VR. There's also now one from Oculus that is just a standalone one.
That's true. Cutie brings up a good point too. It's like, yeah, glasses wearers with VR. Like,
A lot of them are now accommodating for glasses.
yeah, because she wants to play Beat Saber.
Beat Saber is very fun. From what I've seen.
Yeah, the original Generations game for 3DS Game God wasn't. It was okay. It's when they actually added, like, you know, the ultimate stuff that it was better, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
No. I'm hoping, now that we've kind of hit a point, we've kind of hit a tipping point here with our graphical fidelity, that it's going to be more about how much developers can put in a game and be running at the same time, and you're going to see particle effects getting a lot nicer and a lot more of them. So it's going to be immersive systems added in versus just graphic fidelity. So I think we're going to see a big lean in for that.
AAAs are still in charge.
I know, right?
Like AAAs that are currently
what new system can I put in to get money off you?
Exactly. It'll be
Like, we need to stop that shit.
yeah. I'm
It's
hoping
not
it
gonna
does.
The only way it's going to fully stop is if they actually also increase the price of games.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's probably going to go
Give me a complete game.
Yeah. Give me a game
It's a complete fucking game.
ready and shipped.
Like,
And
I don't
not
mind
fucking a month later.
Right. I'm not buying an investment.
DLC
Yeah.
that we developed during the game, but we needed to charge you more money.
Yeah, don't Destiny 2 me.
If you're going to Destiny 2 it, you have to do it like Minecraft. Cheaper at the start.
Yeah, you either make it dirt cheap or you just release it finished.
That
Yeah.
That's why I like the early access. They give you dirt cheap price.
Right. Because then you know what you're getting
while they're
into.
developing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it might never get finished, like Anthem.
Because then at that point you know you're an investor.
Yeah.
Can we
I'm
say
totally cool with that.
that Anthem is like the trash game of the year? Is that safe to
Pretty
say?
much.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Like
It
that-
has to be completely like
that or
it is-
NBA 20.
Yeah. I heard that's
I
really
would
bad
say
too.
Anthem more. Like Anthem is losing developers left and right. Like it is bleeding developers.
Yeah, for sure.
But we can't fully not highlight the fact that if they do release a game, they like the good developers that want to actually do it do fix it.
Yeah.
Like No Man's Sky, they
Mhm.
Why
went
do you have
silent.
Why do you have to release the game and then fix it?
Right, just
Yeah.
have it be good.
I'm old, so I don't understand. Like, I'm from the days where, like, you release the game, and if
And
it
it
was
worked.
broken, you're fucked.
Yeah,
If
Yeah.
you
just
release a
done.
game that was broken, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You didn't have a chance to go back and fix it.
Right, you can't patch it.
Yeah.
you would literally have
Put
to
a game out
recall
on
it.
Super Nintendo and it's shit, you're fucking done.
Game Guide says the new
There's
Star
no
Wars
second
game is good.
chances.
Yeah. No, you should just make your game ready to go. You shouldn't use
Yeah.
patching as a crutch.
Yeah,
Patching should be
Like-
fixing bugs. That's it.
yeah, it should. But the fact that there are a few ones that that No Man's Sky, I completely agree, should have been an early access title
Damn
instead
right.
of a full thing. But the fact that they actually did fix it is
Too late
a
for me,
good
man.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm not putting my money in that game.
No. We
I'll
don't
play it. I'm gonna probably play it later on.
give EA no money. No money.
It's not EA.
What?
I mean, I'm talking about No Man's Sky.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant Anthem. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah,
what are you
you
doing?
Because you enjoyed. I believe you enjoyed it.
Well, it's because I had reasonable expectations going in.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to play. I wasn't one of those people that was hyped for it before. I was just bored, and I'm like, I'll play it. Sure, it was fine. I got what I wanted out of it, and then I put it
And now
down.
it's 100 times better now.
Nope. Oh, one thing we're gonna see this next decade is the next year or two. We're gonna start seeing all those Breath of the Wild clones coming out now. So that'll be fun to see how those fare. Because, you know,
Oh, yeah.
when like a Dark Souls or Breath of the Wild, something that kind of revolutionizes and stimulates the gaming economy, studios are like, yeah. So it's going to be like, we're going to see some like actual like
Yeah, I've seen
top
a
tier
few of those
ripoffs. Yeah. Like Oceanhorn 2, Michael said was like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I've seen a few already.
Yeah. So I think we'll be getting some like triple or double A studio ripoffs of Breath of the Wild, just because it takes time to copy a trend and make a game. So
Yeah.
Probably.
Me and Dave are going to become 29 this year.
Yeah. Hey, Jess.
Yes.
Cutie says she just remembered that she turns 27 soon. She feels old.
I am 27.
You're me! Do, do, do.
I'm gonna be 28 next year.
Yeah.
It's not old. We're not even 30 yet.
Yeah.
When we're 30, we won't even be 40.
Year.
We're not old until we're
Jack's
75.
Yeah.
Jack's already old.
It's like, how does Jack feel?
I'm not gonna tell you my age.
He's 24.
Yep.
He's not old.
He's an old man.
Cutie says, good, Jessica.
Yes. We're not old until we're in our 70s.
We're not old till we're dead. Game God says he's also going to be 29 before me. Because he's born like...
Birthday, King God.
Yeah. I think he was born like a week before me.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's more glass missing out of my phone.
That's fun. You should probably get that new phone soon.
Yeah.
Probably
Ooh,
good.
cycle ends on the 24th, so I'll definitely be getting that soon. Wait, when do we get paid next?
17th?
Yes.
Yeah. No, it'll be a good decade. We'll still have the corporate garbage, but then I think we'll get some...
Oh, yeah.
There's always the good stuff. You just gotta sift through all the garbage. Reward. Vote with your wallet. Make smart purchasing decisions that help affect the industry in a positive way.
Oh, yeah. Vote with your wallet on the right games.
Don't buy FIFA and NBA every year and feed into
Do
their...
not touch FIFA.
FIFA literally has a pachinko machine in their game.
It's like, seriously...
So yeah.
Down with loot boxes, down with stupid microtransactions.
Yeah. So be smart.
Full price games.
And here's to another a new decade of the stream. Woo!
Woohoo! Time to start writing down everything this year so I don't forget about them.
Right, I gotta say, just write down things that you've played, and then yeah, it keeps it simple because then you can keep track.
Yeah, I don't have to go through a whole list of games.
Exactly.
Which one was actually my game this year?
Oh, Game God says he's 6 days older than me. So.
Month and 10 days.
Woo! Cool. Well, good podcast, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Like we had some good lists going there.
Very good list.
Cool. Alright, well. If you guys are good, I'm good.
I am good.
Good to
I'll
hear.
get some rest, sleep, and get my sleep schedule fixed. Maybe.
we'll
Not
see.
every game. Dude, lay off the whatever you're smoking.
Oh, meth. You know that new amnesia drug I'm playing. Using.
Aww.
Stress? Aw. That's okay, cutie. This decade will be less stressful for you.
Fuck you!
Alrighty, guys. Well, have a good night, chat. Thank you for hanging. We'll see you on Tuesday with more Digimon.
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 Digital monsters.
And here's to a fun 2020, everybody.
Yahoo!
Exactly, cutie. We miss Mother Teresa. Sprinkle my channel with your gift subs. So, y'all. Good stuff. Alrighty, have a good night, chat.
Good night, chat.
Boy.
Oh boy.